Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to my channel, Tammy Talks here. Let's go ahead and talk Married at First Sight, Season 15, Episode 5, Everything Will Be Okay. Petty title. We saw whales for about 5 seconds in this entire episode. No need to put them in the title. Nonetheless, if you're brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns on various TV shows, both scripted and reality, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So, if you enjoyed that type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel, thumbsing up the video if you enjoy that type of content, and then hop in the comment section so we can talk about everything that happened on this episode of Married at First Sight San Diego. So, if you are brand new to the channel, I do breakdowns on these couples, on these episodes, I should say, couple by couple. So each couple will have their own dedicated video with commentary. So if you don't care about the Lindy and Miguel's of the world or the Morgan and Ben's, you don't have to suffer through commentary about them. All right? So we're going to start off with Lindy and Miguel. So Lindy wakes Miguel up. I feel like every season we get one person that is a huge morning person, the other is not. Miguel does not like Lindy. I've said it time and time and time again. He doesn't like Lindy. He doesn't like Lindy. And I feel like because of that, everything that she does seems like an irritant to her. So he even seems irritated when he wakes up. Miguel thinks that they have sexual tension. I said, do you? You really think that is sexual tension, or are you just horny? Y'all don't have sexual tension because Lindy doesn't want to have sex with you. There's no sexual tension, okay? Let's be very clear about that, Miguel. You don't even like this woman. You just want to get off real quick. So Lindy wants to have a conversation about her religion. And it's because Miguel keeps talking about sex with her. So she talks about how she was raised as a Seventh-day Adventist and how, different things that went on in her religion that kind of shaped her adult life. So she said that she was engaged in an early age in college. She said it was ring before spring. So her senior year, I guess that was the thing at her school. We want to try to get engaged before graduation. So she did. She ended up living with this guy. They moved to Indiana where they wanted to start a family together. She said she ultimately lost her virginity to him, and that's been the only man she has ever loved. So since then, she said that was when she was 23. So from 23 to 29, she has not been in love with another man in any capacity. So Miguel said that's kind of weird that she would even be like in relationships like that, because he's a person that if he doesn't feel anything, he doesn't feel a spark, he terminates the relationship. And I think that's kind of crazy because it seems like, and like, I'm not saying that it's wild to not move on when you don't feel a spark. I mean, that's natural for some people. But I feel like the fact that Miguel, I get the feeling he does it super soon. You know what I mean? Miguel seems like the type that he'll go out with you and you guys have been together for a month, and if you're not fucking, then he don't want to be with you. Because that's the vibe I got from him tonight. So he said that he ends his relationships, because of that. That has scared Lindy, because now Lindy is worried that if he's not feeling the spark right away, that he's going to end the relationship. And she said that she wants open communication. Don't blindside her. And I feel her on that. If you are truly not feeling me, Miguel, say something. Say something. But don't go into this and have her thinking that everything is going good when you really not rocking with her like that. And something about Miguel tells me that he's not just ending these relationships, he is ghosting these women. But he is ghosting these women. That's what I get from him. So Lindy is worried because, in her eyes, love is, let me move this back. So in Lindy's eyes, love is a choice. She believes that you actively choose to love somebody. Miguel, on the other hand, does not. He believes that love is a feeling, and he said that he can't choose to love you. He can't make that choice. It's a feeling that you have. I've heard people say both. I believe that love is a choice. But I think it's a choice that you make based off of a feeling. So for me, it's more combined, if that makes sense. But this is not going to work with him. One, because he don't like her, and two, she's not putting out the way that he wants, right? So she feels that Miguel is being kind of cold and callous with the way that he's saying that. He's not necessarily attracted to her right away, but he keeps just saying, well, I don't know what's going to happen in 2 months. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. He's not really banking on it, and he doesn't really seem to want to reassure her that he's going to put his all in. And it's because, what? What? I've said it. I've said it every week since the show started. He does not like her. So they go to lunch later, or were they at dinner? They were eating. So they're eating later, and he tells her that he graduated from high school in 2003. And she was like, what? I graduated in 2011. And he gets like, scowls at her. Why are you so young? Nigga, why are you so old? Like, why are you mad at her? She can't control her age. And it's just like he's finding all these random reasons to be mad at her. All these random reasons to kind of make anything that he can do to pile up these reasons as to why he doesn't like her. That's what he's doing, and it's getting on my nerves. So he then talks about, I believe he said that his mom was schizophrenic. If that is incorrect, I apologize. But I thought that's what I heard him say. And now that he's older and he's an adult, he regrets being so cold and callous to her the way that he was as an adolescent. And I mean, as teenagers, teenagers are little shits. You know what I mean? I've definitely said and done some things as a teenager that looking back on, it's like, oh, I probably shouldn't have said or done that to my parents. You know what I mean? Or I shouldn't have said or done that to my brother or to my friends. But you live and you learn. You grow into an adult. If you're able to reach back and understand the things that you might have said, the things that you might have done, then great. I kind of zoned out because I don't really care about them. But I zoned out and I came back into Lindy talking about seeing someone else's family and how they had healthy arguments. I think she said what, a boyfriend. But how they were having healthy arguments and how arguments don't always have to be negative. And I agree, but the right word for that is a debate. And I think so many times people look at arguments or debates as a negative thing, and they don't have to be. It's two opposing sides giving their perspective on a situation or an ideal. And I think once people start to understand that sometimes these debates and arguments can be healthy and beneficial, it helps the other person learn it helps person A learn what person B is talking about from their perspective. They're very beneficial. I love to argue and debate. I do. I always have. And I think it's because it hones in on you sharpening the knowledge that you have and being able to present it in a way that causes the opposing side to listen. Now, if you're a person that's just arguing just for the hell of it, that's not the move. But if you know how to really argue and really debate with somebody, they're very, very beneficial. Because when people get into it and get to the thick of it, and people really start pulling out the knowledge that they have, and presenting it in a way where it's not only causing you to understand, but it's also making them focus better on how they can explain something, arguments can be very, very beneficial. But a lot of times it ends in somebody being upset. And Miguel said that he likes the fact that she is able to have these type of conversations, the fact that she's able to, or open to arguing arguing in a healthy way, because he doesn't want her to start taking a lot of things personal, which I feel like Lindy does. Her brother with his beautiful hair, her brother already said that Lindy takes a lot of things personal. So Miguel is going to have that in the back of his mind, and I just hope that he doesn't hold that so against her. You know what I mean? Which is again why stop having them talk to their relatives. Nothing good comes from this. Nothing good comes from this. They're never beneficial, ever. So Miguel talks about consummation. He called it consecration at first. But Miguel talks about consummating the marriage. He said that he keeps making moves and he keeps being shut down. Miguel, it has been 2 days, sweetheart. It has been two. If you don't go get yourself off and sit down somewhere. But this is my thing, and I feel like we go through this kind of every season where one person feels that sex is super, super important to them in a relationship. And if it is, that is perfectly fine. No one is judging you for that. But if you honestly feel that you have to have sex that absolutely that early in a relationship to see how it's going to work for you, to see how it's going to play out for you, to see what your feelings are going to be, then this is not the show for you. Because you came onto this show blindly to marry a stranger. How do you know she's not a virgin like Taylor was? No, not Taylor. Who was it? Iris. How do you know that she's not a virgin like Iris? Is she supposed to just bust it open for you because you want it? Respect the fact that she wants to wait. She has literally had sex with one other man in her life, and that happened in college. So if she wants to wait because to her sex is just not something that you can do meaninglessly, damn it, wait. But I don't want to hear about this every episode. I don't. And I would feel the exact same way if she was pressuring him in the same respect to do it. Because it's one thing that you're pressuring her to do it, quote unquote, but you keep saying it in front of everybody else to try to put shame on her and make her feel bad about it. Don't keep saying that she keeps shutting you down. Damn it, stop trying. How about that? How about give her the comfort to come on to you when she wants to do it? Don't keep doing this. So then he gets a little bit sacrilegious and tries to be a smartass. And it's like, so you talk about God, like it's God to watch you when we have sex. I was not amused by that whatsoever because you were saying it to be a smartass. And the fact that we know that you don't believe in anything, you a step away from being an atheist, go on with that bullshit, Miguel. Because don't keep disrespecting her and the fact that she is religious. Don't. And I really feel like the experts did her a big disservice by not getting her somebody who at least is going to be respectful of the fact that she is religious. But for you to make a joke like that, that was tacky. It was crude. It was crass. It was completely uncalled for. And I like that she called him out and was like, let's stop with the sacrilegious jokes. So is that supposed to make her wanna lay down with you? Come on, Miguel. Come on, sweetheart. We already know this is not what you really want. But at least have some decorum about yourself with it. So then she said it's a really big deal to her. Consummating the marriage is a really big deal to her. She appreciates his patience. That is basically saying, stop asking. Stop asking. It has been 2 days. I don't understand why you think that you met this girl on Monday night when y'all got married, that by Wednesday morning y'all should be fucking. Like, what part of that makes sense? What part of that makes sense? And the fact that he does not understand that troubles me. It truly troubles me. So then he offers to give her a massage to work out stress. This nigga he's a creeper. Miguel said that sex is important to him. And in his confessional, he said that even though it sounds bad, sex is important to him up front because that's how he knows if he's going to have a connection with you. Which means that when Miguel goes into any type of relationship, he is solely focused on sex. He leads with sex in every relationship, and then you wonder why none of your relationships are working. Later, when everybody is hanging out, they go on this day excursion. Miguel is telling the guys how he wants them to be kind of further along by now, and he rather have mediocre sex than really good sex right away. Go somewhere, Miguel. But we don't want to keep hearing about this every single episode. Do not pressure this woman to have sex with you. If she doesn't want to, then she doesn't want to. And the fact that you were willing to do this on TV with all the Me Too's and all this stuff that's going on, like, you just don't care about nothing, huh? It's not a good look. Not a good look. If you have not already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, hop in the comment section. Let me know what you guys feel about Lindy and Miguel, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.